interference, and leave us to remain. Rejoice the holy ground, and see what we have found. Pray for the city amongst the rest. It is our peaceful land in which you command. Command and take a stand. I am the chosen man. And surprise, hordes of bones, once decayed, piled in the windy shade. Rocky hills of skyscraper past, flowering the desert through my looking glass. An uneasy mystery written within the dark chamber. Come alive in your magic and grace this terrain. Sit beside the flowing stream of innocence. Discover the rising, thickening fear. Protect me from the dragon's claw. Listen to me late at night. I have come out beyond the smoke, the stars, and the pain. Yes, I am the whistle in a tree awake in the shadow. Only few remained when the giant approached the entrance to the forest maze. Men dressed in tights with weapons and flags gathered for the feast. Sitting at the table was the one-eyed Jack. He was there to see the queen, who wasn't. Anarchy struck the headstrong crowd as the officers of Safe Haven knelt in prayer. They worshipped several figures bought from garage sales in the early 1980s. Who was to know? Before long, others proceeded in a similar, more modified manner, displaying the familiar, reckless approach. Outside the city, there were parts of people connected together with flesh and tied together with skin. These rejects were known as the Scarecrow people. Mutations, malfunctions from the machine, thrown off the assembly line into the waste cycle, reconstructed, repaired, recycled, restored, and put back together. Nothing goes to waste. Not even waste. The next sound was the king making his entrance. He seemed a little distant. Someone else was sitting next to the queen. Someone else was sitting next to the queen. Where have all the flowers gone now? Who is going to find a cold, numb me when tales half told bewilder thee? Who's going to cherish every word, then laugh aloud at this pigeon bird? Sky comes down and clouds apart. The photos stop and the pictures start. Landscapes change and mask the wind. The children cry and then they sin. Leave my soul in crawling flesh, then dine with winter and my death. Rest assured this pigeon bird will capture many with his word. Princess, 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 from the underground castle kingdom within the chambers of my soul, lie slithering sheets awake rainbow gaze of trapped emotions. The temperature roars as the cat-like angel melts the clouds that send the rain. As the cat-like angel melts the clouds that send the rain. As the cat-like angel melts the clouds that send the rain. And the seasons change. Seductive mirror maze, princess from the wizard's spell, capture me, turn me inside out. You are my reflection. I am the night. All alone I was on the tour, the captain's seat and the vulture door. Caution climbs within the squirm of nasty ammunition burn. Promises made like sugar cones. And fairy tales slap your face. They started at him from the start, the puncture wounds in modern art. To watch the show, to steal the mass where flowers grow to coat the past. He needed a reason, everything. He needed a plan. He had none. He went into the forbidden drawer. The lingerie and Daddy's gun. There wasn't much time left. They'll be home for dinner soon. He did it in the kitchen. And then at the end, or near the middle, where the lost embrace resides, I saw two little fairy tales and neither one could hide. The weather came in from the east when everything was wet. Into swimsuits came the beast. You see, me they came to get. Back and forth just like a knife with dull but jagged edge. Goddesses that take the life have brought me to the ledge. Now off I go to where fight the demon dragon. You see, they had their way with me, and so I am kinda lagging. Disguised as me, I approached the door, which was locked in tight, and to the floor I began to pound and throw my fists. It was through this door, the state of bliss. I noticed a sign at the edge of the door was proper and bold. You've heard it before. With sounds like the jungle on fire with rage, I strongly determined to turn the next page. Pushing and fighting and tearing my skin, I wrestled this door to try and get in. With strength from the sun and red in my eye, I looked at the knob and let out a sigh. The door was unlocked. I don't think I tried. I opened it up and walked right inside. Through a barrage of smog and disease, a monster so large I came to his knees. He reached out to grab me and bite off my head. I opened my mouth and bit him instead. Bewildered traveler, stopping to rest. Come inside, the horror cried, I'll give you the best. It's been a long day and the sun felt so near. I'll need a little something to get me in gear. Tired fugitive, your luck has changed. Whatever you need can be arranged. In a room all alone, the prostitute lit up a bone. They drank some wine and talked a while, and then she gave a sexy smile. Her clothes came off in a teasing way. She shyly said, it's time to play. The smiling stranger had had his fun. And then the bitch took out a gun. She aimed and shot again. You'd think there'd be a better end. There's no time like the present, and no present like a watch. He was lying face down under the Christmas tree when the family crept downstairs as if for the first time. Unaware of the growing danger and uncontrollable mess they were getting themselves into, they approached the living room. What's that, a dog? Daddy got us a dog, one of them shouted. It's a stuffed animal! Daddy got us a big stuffed animal, one of them cried. Oh my God, Mommy said, where's Billy? Daddy smiled. That's Billy. I killed him for everyone for Christmas. Daddy was only kidding. Billy started to move. I was going to tell him that one before. And then he said, no, I was going to tell him that one before. Then he said, yes. Enticing beast with his gift of gab. He will steer you wrong when you're in his cab. He will drive you to places you'd never go, with 1,000 faces you'd never know. He's on the move and roaming. The beast is real. The beast is real. I have to stay here now. How long? Well, I would say if yesterday my sister left, and what's 1 day minus 7 years? Let me just do the math really fast. I don't want to get it. Forehead, forehead, forehead. Right hand, right hand, right hand, right hand. I'm online for it. It's like a new computer. I'm online for it. It's just like something they're going to wait online for. They're sleeping outside. Those nuts sleeping outside. They're undesirables. They're undesirable. And we had to get rid of them. We had to get rid of them. They're on the talk show now. They were so sweet. I have to go back into my cave. Monster crying in its cage. There are no more happy fish. There are no more happy fish. Those bubbles are from coughing. It happened so suddenly. I was new in the town. I needed some friends, and how would it sound if the new kid was straight and didn't even smoke? They'd laugh me out like some sort of joke. I remember them crowding around one day, handing out pills, and one came my way. What else could I do but accept it with a smile? We took them every day, and after a while, I couldn't go without them. We always wanted more. Many mornings I was found on the floor. Next was a needle. We'd shoot it in the arm. It made us feel real high. They said there'd be no harm until one day I overdosed and went falling to the ground. My so-called friends left me there and simply turned around. I woke up in a hospital, my mother near my side. She grasped my hand. I looked at her. My God, I could have died. That was when I realized what I did was wrong, converting my whole life only to belong to a crowd with great misfortune who will never comprehend how beautiful life can be and how quickly it can end. Don't be a follower when a crowd comes one day. Be an individual. Say no and walk away. I've been there, I know. Believe me, I do. The drug scene is definitely not for you. Bye. Woo!
feels like they just did acid. Woo!